I'm going to show you what I do for MREs. Before I start, I just want to say firstly I'm no expert, which is obvious, and this is what works for me. Some people may say that it's too much sugar or too much salt, blah blah blah, that's fine, but again, this is what works for me. Whatever works for you works for you. Alright, now these bags, I've got all my MRE in my kitchen in. Bought these from Aldi. You can get them in, they come in a pack of 4, or you can buy them individually. They're super lightweight, porous, and got 2 zippers on them, and they're very good for you know, obviously packaging each sort of certain item that you want to get to easily and quickly. So I'll go through bag as they come. So actually what I will do is I'll start with my cooking system. Now I've been using this cooking system since 2014. It's never let me down. It's super cheap and it's light. In the bag I've got just a plastic bag that I use to store all the garbage that I collect over the duration of the game. Stove I use is this 360-degree stove. It's not coming out easy because I've got this in the road. Got a flint. Now you can get these with a little button on the side that ignites the gas for you, so I either have to use a flint or a cigarette lighter. So that's the burner. And this is obviously the gas can. You can get slightly bigger ones, but that's way more volume than I'll ever use. And I'll just show you, I'll set it up. And I just use a cup. Something that you may want to consider, some fields may not allow hex stoves because of the fire restrictions. Doesn't mean to say that they won't allow gas, but these are things you want to consider. If you're not allowed to have any sort of cooking or any sort of flame whatsoever, you have to make sure that your MRE is packed accordingly for eating cold food. So check the game requirements beforehand, and don't get caught out. The other thing you want to with the gas cook, I use the gas cooker, is that it can be a little more noisier than like a hex stove, but the bonus with the gas cooker is that you know, more controlled flame. I don't use a bowl or anything like that. I do on my motorbike trips, but for a Milsim I'm just going least as much possible crap as I can carry. This is more than adequate. I can still put noodles in that and still have enough room in there to add in tuna or a bit of rice or anything like that. And obviously great for having a cup of tea at the beginning or the end of the day. So that's that. Now I'll start with snacks. With snacks I've gone with a lot of protein, a lot of nuts, and sugar as well. Just got a lot of these common protein bars, 10 grams per bar. So run those. Some crackers. Also, I did think about buying and I did research buying a proper military MRE kit. But the reason I didn't go with that is because there's certain things in there that I didn't like, and they were a lot heavier individually than I really needed. And the expense, they're quite expensive. So I've gone customize what I'm using. So I'll grab a satchel or a food item, and then I'll take notice of how much space it takes, and the weight, and does it require water or not, or heat. So they're things to consider. In here I've obviously got tea, I've got a protein cookie, and I've got a fair few of these 45 gram protein bars. Now I'll just graze on these during the day if I feel a bit peckish, and keep me going. So that's my little snacks bag. I've still got to add a few other items with this. This is sort of a little bit of half-ass. This is my eating utensil. It's plastic. Bought that from the cadet shop, super cheap. I think it was like $2.50 or something like that. So that's that. So getting to the main meals and the main weight. Depending on how many days or the duration of the game is obviously how much food you want to take. And what I do is I'll buy pretty much all the same items to make up a meal. So to give you an example, all these kits. So that's one complete meal. That's another one. That's another one. So that's 3 complete meals, and I've got a couple of that's just like a backup if I am still starving. Alright, so I'll break open one of these meals. Each meal is pretty much identical. Use snap lock bags. Again, you can use this for your garbage, and super lightweight, so keeping being weight conscious. In here you got some dry crackers, some tuna, another nut and protein bar, some beef jerky, I don't get anything that's like super salty or spicy where you got to drink a shitload of water to compensate that. Some noodles. In this one here, I'm pretty sure that one is, I think that one's chicken. Chicken or tuna, I can't remember. So that's a sort of decent meal. Obviously that's not enough. I eat 3 times that on a normal day, but for a Milsim where you obviously got to consider weight. And I can starve for a couple of days if need be. So that's one example. Now the noodles, break open the noodles, they fit in there quite easily. So I can add the tuna in there. We even throw in some beef jerky too. So yeah, So that's that. Alright, I'll just pull out another one. Now if you shop around, you can get meals that don't require heat at all. So if the heat's not an option for you, which is probably a good idea, but I need a cup of tea or something like that, or a coffee. If I don't, I'm going to take prisoners. Again, you've got the beef jerky in this one. This one's pretty much identical. The only difference is this one here is a chicken and rice, and you can eat this cold if required. Alright, so that's a good one. So I've just gone to Woolworths or obviously Coles, spent some time there, gone through all the different things that are available. There's a shitload to choose from. So that's that one. Oops, don't worry about that, do that later. This one's pretty much the same thing. Now this Ben's Original, this is a good idea as well. So you could throw some tuna in this as well. It only takes like 2 tablespoons of water to cook it, and it's only 250 grams. So that's another option. A 3-litre bladder on the back of my ruck. Also on my battle belt, I've got 2 1-litre canteens, and if need be, I've got a 3-litre Camelback bladder. Spit it out, boy. On the back of my plate carrier. So I've got plenty of water if required. Generally with main meals, if I start a Milsim, so I've already had breakfast, so I'm not even attacking any of my food supply. And if be, I can either eat one of these meals or just part of it. I don't have to eat the whole thing. And then during the course of the day, I'll just snack. And if I'm feeling a little bit more peckish, I can always just rob something out of one of the meals. And then obviously at the end of the day, I'll eat a main meal, and then home and hose, and repeat the process the next day. Alright, so that's pretty much it. So happy hunting, and I hope that was helpful, and see you in the next one.